Hi folks, this is Pete Cordelli for SECLiveNews.com. The big news, obviously, John Calipari leaving the University of Memphis to become the new basketball coach of the Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky, one of the top college basketball jobs in America without question. John Calipari saying that it's always been his dream to be at a top school like Kentucky. John Calipari taking the University of Massachusetts to the Final Four and last year taking the University of Memphis to the Final Four is a great testament to his work ethic and coaching ability. You know, in football terms, they say that UMass and Memphis are the so-called non-BCS schools. And to be able to take those two programs as far as you can with the elite of college basketball is a great accomplishment for many folks. Didn't win the national championship with UMass or Memphis, but now has an opportunity where the standard is hanging national championship banners at Rupp Arena, where the Kentucky Wildcats have played before sold-out crowds for the last 24 years. After 9 years at Memphis, John Calipari knew that the Kentucky job may not be open again, so this was an opportunity that he had to jump at. Another thing that really had him concerned at the University of Memphis is that they are not in a BCS conference. On Selection Sunday, after all the teams were placed in their regions, non-BCS schools versus BCS schools, and the announcer said it's a football term. But for a non-BCS program, John Calipari has had the best record out there over the last 6 years of non-BCS schools. Heck, he set a record for the most wins in the last 4 years. Another frustrating thing for John was this. The University of Memphis has made overtures to get into the Big East Conference. Coach Calipari has played Georgetown, Syracuse, Connecticut, has taken his teams to Madison Square Garden. He has done everything possible with the Memphis basketball program to move them into a bigger conference with more exposure, with more money, that being the Big East. The drawback has been the football program at Memphis. The University of Memphis football program has lost money for 37 straight years. Basketball has been the sole provider of money for the athletic department at the University of Memphis. After a while, you have to say, when are we going to have football get better, be able to join us, start bringing in some revenue, take a little pressure off the basketball program? Going to Kentucky, you don't have that problem in the SEC. When they divide up bowl revenue and NCAA tournament revenue, the SEC is one of the wealthiest conferences in America. This factor, along with the tradition, certainly helped John Calipari make the decision to leave Memphis to go to Kentucky. Now, John Calipari is one of the premier recruiters in America as well. As he said in his press conference, there's 3 things that make you a great team. And those 3 things are great players, and great players. And the one thing John Calipari has no problem doing is telling folks, I can get the great player to come and play for me. He showed that at Memphis. Derrick Rose, a great freshman point guard a year ago, now with the Chicago Bulls. This year, Tyreke Evans coming out of Philadelphia. Obviously, John Calipari has the ability to sell young men on coming to play for him because he's going to get them ready to play in the NBA. John Calipari left the University of Massachusetts and was the head coach of the New Jersey Nets. Was there for 3 years. Was fired. Then became an assistant coach with the Philadelphia 76ers and Larry Brown. While he was with the Philadelphia 76ers, he was extremely close with Allen Iverson. R.C. Johnson, the athletic director at Memphis, gave John Calipari a chance to resurrect his career as a head basketball coach at the University of Memphis. In 9 years, John Calipari turned the basketball fortunes of Memphis around. They were on the decline when he first came in. A lot of local players in the Memphis area thought that they should be recruited to the University of Memphis. John had a plan. He said he was going to recruit nationwide, bring the best talent in, and win with that group, which he did year after year, and did it with players from all over the country. This is the way he's going to be able to recruit at Kentucky. Now the question comes up about this year's recruits. DeMarcus Cousins from Mobile, Alabama, he now has listed Kentucky as one of his schools that he's interested in after playing in the McDonald's All-American game. Xavier Henry, who already committed to Memphis, says that he will not attend Memphis because Coach Cal is not there. The speculation is that Henry will go to the University of Kansas, where both his mom and dad graduated from. So Henry's going to go to Kansas. Cousins still has a chance to go with Calipari to Kentucky. And the other young man that everybody in America is in agreement on as the best point guard in the country, that's John Wall. Well, it's interesting that there is some speculation out there. John Wall has been calling Tyreek Evans to find out what it was like to play for John Calipari. Tyreek said, he taught me a lot. He raises his voice a lot. He's a tough guy to play for, but he gets you ready to play. John Wall's response was that, well, I don't know if I like all the drama. I may end up going to Baylor. Now, folks, Baylor University in Waco, Texas, they're playing in the NIT in Madison Square Garden. What a year they've had. The reason why Wall is considering Baylor is that his AAU coach, that's right, was hired as part of the Baylor staff a year ago. Unbelievable how the network goes in coaching. So John Wall, he visited Duke last weekend. Is he going to go to Kentucky? He told some folks he liked his visit to Kentucky, just wasn't very fond of Billy Gillispie. Well, now that Gillispie is gone, Calipari is in. Can Cal go and close John Wall and get him to become a Kentucky Wildcat? Or is John Wall going to shock the basketball world and end up at Baylor University? John Calipari has star power. He is a big-time, relentless recruiter. He will be on a private plane many a night in gyms across America to attract the best talent. He is a great fit for the University of Kentucky. Mitch Barnhart, the athletic director at Kentucky, in announcing John Calipari, said, we have to be able to be very successful with our men's basketball program and football because our other 20 sports rely on the revenue from basketball and football to keep us alive. Well, Kentucky made the right hire by bringing John Calipari to the SEC. What a league this is going to be in basketball. Bruce Pearl at Tennessee, Billy Donovan at Florida, Derek Horn at South Carolina, Kevin Stallings at Vanderbilt. Georgia is still looking to hire a coach. They went after Mike Anderson from Missouri, but Anderson signed a new contract with the Tigers. In the SEC West, Trent Johnson has come in and led LSU to a great year this year. John Pelfrey is at Arkansas. Rick Stansberry at Mississippi State. Jeff Lebo had a fantastic year at Auburn. Anthony Grant now comes into the league from Virginia Commonwealth, and he is the new head coach at Alabama. But remember, Anthony Grant was an assistant to Billy Donovan at Florida, so he knows the SEC pretty well. And Andy Kennedy is at Ole Miss. The caliber of basketball coach in the SEC is starting to rival the caliber of football coach in the SEC, which undoubtedly they are trying to be the best league in America in both sports. John Calipari will bring excitement, as he said, to the Commonwealth. We can't wait for him to get his first recruiting class into Lexington, Kentucky. No grass will grow under John Calipari's feet. He will sign one heck of a class, even in a short period of time before signing date this spring. For SEC Live News, this is Pete Cordelli saying, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.